So the first thing you will need is a 2mm crochet hook. I like to use really small hooks and really small yarn to get the proper design element showing for the filet crochet. So this is 2.mm, and this is a lace weight cotton, 100% cotton yarn. And for the filet crochet, it works in boxes mostly. So the number of boxes you will have will be times by 3, so you can make the proper chain starting row. So this sample has 12 boxes, so 12 times 3 is 36. This is just a sample, but you know, you can see the design pretty good when there's a tiny little stitch and hook. Also, this one is using triple crochet, but I'm going to make this sample using double crochet. You can use either or. So we're just going to start the initial chain row, and we're just going to chain 36. So I've chained 36, and it looks very tiny right now. What I also like to do is make, just another row of single crochets so the foundation can be a little more solid. So I'm just going to chain 1 for now and go right back down the row with single crochets. And I should still have 36 at the end of this row. Alright, so this is 2 rows of single crochet for my filet crochet and 36 stitches. It looks so tiny, I know. Alright, so for the next row, we're just going to chain 2. This is so tiny. So 1, 2, and since the first post is the edge right here, this counts as a part of the first box. So that's the first post of the first box. The spaces of the box are gonna just be chain 2. So we're gonna chain 2 more. 1, 2. Oops, my camera is falling. Okay. So this is the first post and the first space. So I'm going to turn our work, and we're going to skip the first 2 stitches. So we're going to skip that one and skip that one, and then double crochet into the 3rd stitch. That one. It's very hard to see these tiny little stitches. Alright, so that is your first tiny little box. So the next boxes after that are just going to be chain 2, skip 2, 1, 2, double crochet into the 3rd one. They're going to be very tight and very little, but as I always say, the first row is the hardest. 2 little boxes. Then we're going to chain 2 more. 1, 2, double crochet, 1, 2, skipping, double crochet into the 3rd one. So as you can see, there's a pattern emerging. Chaining 2, skipping 2, and double crocheting into the next stitch. And I will do this down the rest of the row. Alright, so if all of the math is correct, your very last stitch should have a double crochet in it, and that will be the last edge of your last box. And you will have 12 boxes now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So there you go. That is your first row. Now for the next row, we're going to work on filling in the spaces. So for making boxes, we chain 1, 2 for the first edge of the box. Then we turn our work because we're going to fill in the space now. So we just double crochet directly into the box. I double crochet directly into the box because, you know, I'm kind of lazy. But if you want a different kind of look, you can double crochet into the actual stitches. That takes a little more time, so I feel like this looks fine, so I will do it like this. But you double crochet into the box once and double crochet into the box twice. And then double crochet for the side of the box directly into that stitch from the previous row. So this is how one filled in box will look. So it's comprised of technically 4 stitches, but one edge also shares a stitch with the next box. So it's kind of like 3 stitches. But anyway, so we're going to fill in the next box as well. So we just immediately double crochet into the next box with 1 stitch, and then double crochet again, and then double crochet directly on top of the stitch from the previous row. That is the edge of the box. So that is now 2 boxes filled in. For the next, let's see, 8 boxes, we are just going to do regular spaces. So chaining 2 and double crocheting directly into the edge post. Single crochet 2, chaining 2, double crochet directly into the next stitch, chain 2, double crochet directly into the next stitch, chain 2, double crochet directly into the next stitch, chain 2, double crochet directly into the next stitch, chain 2, double crochet. You're getting the hang of it, right? Chain 2, double crochet, and we're almost there. Just 1 more. Chain 2, double crochet. Oops. Now we are at the end of the row to fill in our last 2 boxes. So we're just going to double crochet directly into the space, double crochet directly into the space, and double crochet right into the next stitch. Then double crochet right into the space, double crochet right into the space, and for the last stitch I also like to just double crochet right into the space, but that will be the edge stitch technically. If you want to do it into one of the stitches from this chain stitch, you can also do that, but again, I am lazy, so I feel like that looks fine, right? All right, so the next row, we're going to chain 2 more. And since the next stitch the first stitch in the next row will be a space. We're going to chain 2 more for the space row. Then we're going to turn our work, skipping those 2 stitches, 1, 2, and double crocheting directly into the next stitch. So all of these will be in alignment, all of the edges of the spaces and boxes. Then we're going to just go directly into the next stitch for the filled in box with a double crochet, with another double crochet, and another double crochet for the other edge of the box. So now we have 1 box. So we're going to do another box. Double crochet directly into the space, double crochet directly into the space, and double crochet directly into the edge. So there you go. We have 2 more boxes. Now we're going to do more spaces. So we're chaining 2, going directly into the next stitch with a double crochet, chaining 2, skipping 2, going directly into the next stitch with a double crochet, chaining 2, skipping 2, going into the next stitch with a double crochet, chaining 2, skipping 2, going into the next stitch with a double crochet, chaining 2, skipping 2, going into the next stitch with a double crochet, chaining 2, skipping 2, going into the next stitch with a double crochet. And now we're going to fill in the box. So just 2 double crochets into the space to fill it in, and close up the box with the edge stitch with 1 double crochet. Now immediately another box, we're going to do 2 more double crochets, 1, 2, and then closing up that filled in box with 1 more double crochet. And then we're going to chain 2 for the last space and double crochet right in between that last stitch right there to make the edge. And there you go. So this is 2 rows of filet crochet, and as you can see, the pattern is starting to emerge already. But yeah, so following the pattern of this little one that I made, we're just going to keep moving it in by 1 space on each row. 1 space over, 2 spaces over, 3 spaces over, 4 spaces over, 5 spaces over, and then all spaces. So if you follow that pattern and fill in the right boxes and fill in the right spaces, then it will look just like this. And this is the final product. I went ahead and made a complete X for you all to see. And yeah, so after I finished all of my pattern, I just did a little border around. I accidentally ran out of yarn, but it still looks pretty cool. So this one is double crochet and this one is triple crochet. I just wanted to do them side by side so you can see the comparison between the 2 of them. They both look nice to me, but if you just want like a tighter stitch and a little bit more definition of the filet crochet pattern, I recommend double crochet. Triple crochet will work up a lot easier if you have a really big project that you want to do. That could also work for you. But yeah, if you have any questions about how to work filet crochet, please let me know. This is good for any patterns that you want to do with multiple designs. I usually go on Stitch Fiddle, which will let you create a grid, and you basically just follow the pattern. You check to see how many boxes you'll need, and then you just follow line by line how many boxes you fill in or how many you leave as spaces, and it'll all work out to a beautiful filet crochet design. And you can make your own if you want. But yes, thank you so much for watching.